a true movement of clarity. And the only way that that can happen is if those of us that are in the profession make that happen. If we start really clarifying and sharing the truth about what this business is and what it's not. And so, all I'm offering is just kind of a little bit of a system, because I think a lot of our business is better if it's duplicatable, if it can be copied. And, I just think that it's a lot in the setup, in the way that we ask someone to, if they would do this for us. And if we set it up right, and then we also are intentional about, do you think you'll be able to do that in the next couple of days? Or, when do you think you might be able to, take 30 minutes to read this? And if they're not going to be able to do it, then don't give them the book. Give it to somebody else that's going to be able to take the time. Because what you don't want is for somebody to just sit on it and not open the book and not understand more what this is about. And one of the big visions for us is that one day, and I hope it's not in the not-too-distant future, we've got to think of a good day to do it, but I would just love to have it be National Chicken List Day, and have every one of us hand the book, make a pact. We promise that we're going to hand the book to someone that's on our chicken list. And if we all went out and did that in one day, I just think it would be so cool to see what would happen and to see the change in people's opinion. I just there's a really cute video. I don't know if you guys have seen The Lone Nut. Have you ever seen that YouTube video?
Mm-mm.
It's very cute. Everybody should Google The Lone Nut.
Okay.
And it's a good example of what it's like to do something before everybody else thinks it's cool, and then what happens when one person joins and then another person joins, and pretty soon everybody's doing it. And I just believe that we can create that kind of paradigm shift in our society around this amazing profession that everyone should be, congratulating us for being in, instead of, kind of acting the way a lot of people act.
Right. Like we're the crazy ones that made a really odd decision.
Exactly. So I feel like I've just been talking and talking. I don't know.
No, it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And what's really something is when I actually stumbled across y'all's video first and that's how I found the book. And I will never forget the first time that I saw that little 2-minute video of you two, because, as a mom and daughter, the way that you guys were able to talk about it, and then, of course, to be able to share that, you're a quote-unquote stay-at-home grandma, and, all of Lori's kids are able to, you guys are truly building your life and making it what you want to be. And then my mom was my first ambassador in Rockstar, and we have just had an absolute blast building our businesses together. Our Monday night meetings we do together, and she's just been, it's been amazing. And so our story parallels yours in that we're a mom and daughter, living life to the fullest. But they've got 10 grandkids now between the three of us sisters, and we've been able to now. She's retired my dad, so he's now retired, and they're just doing network marketing together. And your story can be so received. I mean, every time I watch it, tears flow. And it's just a great image of, we want people to be able to know that they can be living the life of their dreams.
Well,
so it's just so exciting.
I am so grateful that Lori had the wisdom to recognize this. I mean, I cannot even imagine my life if it had not been for this, for Lori's absolute knowing that this was the right place. I mean, it's changed everything and allowed me to be there for the birth of all three of her babies. And, just live a lifestyle that is, I mean, it's not as if we don't work. We do, but we do it on our own terms. So it allows us to look at our calendar and put all of the priorities on the calendar first, and then plan our work around those things. So it's just such a blessing that we just want more people to discover it, and we just want everybody to know that it's not going to happen if we don't make it happen. So it's really kind of all of us locking arms, and us coming together from different companies to just raise the awareness of the profession, because a rising tide raises all ships. And Lori has a really good example of kind of what it is that we're trying to do with football. Lori, do you want to? I love it.
It basically, I just think, obviously football, you've got to have different teams to make it work. And so I don't know, Mom, if that's what you're saying, but obviously, for the love of football, there are so many different teams out there, but it helps that they're all, you want good teams out there to play, because otherwise no one would be watching. So what we're doing is the equivalent of raising the awareness of football. And so we're raising the awareness of this game that we're all playing called network marketing, but we're on different teams. So what? That's okay. But we just need to raise the awareness of football and of network marketing. So,
and I love the fact that in this industry, it doesn't seem, you'll always have your people who want to, jump this way and that way, but overall, the people that I've met in relationships that I'm building, everybody sees that bigger vision of network marketing. When you think about like the Association of Network Marketing Professionals or the Mastermind event, these big generic events where you have over 100 companies represented, but all there for the greater good of knowing that this industry is a profession that is, on the rise and that we want to be excited and proud of. And so I've been just thrilled, like I said, to accidentally stumble upon this and then have the opportunity to get to know you two and, Sarah Robbins and, even other tools, books like the 4-Year Career and anything that we can plug into and tap into and use as a resource and a tool to be able to help share with people and to be able to help overcome those objections that people hand us. And then, like you said, to be able to actually grow your business. If you can have something that can duplicate, all of us could probably go out and afford to buy, 3, 4, 5 of these copies of these books. And how amazing to have a new person join your team and be able to gift a book to them, which I've done a lot of, here you go, here's your copy of Flip Flop CEO, and here's your copy of, Flip Flop of 4-Year Career. And I've done that with several different books, because then it truly does arm your new people with the wonderful information that's in those tools and resources to be able to go out and present and share and know how to handle those people who give them the not-so-friendly responses of what they've been exposed to, that negative stigma that's attached to network marketing.
Absolutely. And there are some other books. I mean, I know a lot of us have read Kiyosaki's books, and, there's always going to be a certain message that kind of resonates with different people. And, our book is definitely sassy and a little bit more girlfriendy. So, if you're talking to somebody that is maybe a male and really into numbers, I mean, maybe our book isn't the one you're going to choose. Maybe you're going to choose another one. But it's really just kind of starting to think about using a tool to just open people's minds and really help them get past all the history and, what they've heard, and just stop and really take the time to evaluate for themselves whether or not this makes sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, look, I could chat with you guys forever, but I'm not going to keep any more of your precious time. I know everybody's traveling, and I am just thrilled and so appreciative that you would be able to come on and share your story with our team, and for us to get to chat with you a little bit. I'm really just so thrilled and so grateful for getting to know both of you. So thank you so much for joining us tonight and for us being able to hear a little bit about it and know that we can have tools and resources that can help us. And I want to mention to everybody, too, that Flip Flop CEO Gals have an awesome Facebook page. If you guys are friends with me, you've probably seen me forward and share all of that. Y'all's inspiration and motivation that comes out on that page is just wonderful. So keep up the good work with that, because I know it's definitely appreciated, and a lot of people can see that and share it, and it really helps to spread the message out that we can have that shift in our thinking, and I think it really does help get that positive mindset for people to say, hey, wow, that maybe is something I could take a look at.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. And thanks for giving us the opportunity to be here and share our passion around this topic with everybody on your team.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody have an awesome night, and we will be back next week with another training call. Good night.